This is the new Pixel 10 Pro XL, Google's AI beast. And this is the new iPhone 17 Pro Max, Apple's ecosystem king. And these two titans will be going head to head to tell us which of them deserves your pocket in 2025. I'm Marvin Iruka, and you're watching me. I know that a lot of you will be waiting for a camera comparison, but before we get into that, let's talk about design and build. First off, the Pixel 10 Pro XL, announced just last month on the 20th of August, comes with a Gorilla Glass Victus 2 on the front and back, an aluminum frame, 8.5 mm thickness, and weighs in at 232 grams. Now that's gonna give you some muscles. It's also IP68 dust and water resistant, which can be immersed up to 1.5 meters for 30 seconds. And it comes with a nano SIM plus eSIM and an eSIM plus eSIM, which is only in the US. Then you have the iPhone 17 Pro Max, announced on September 9th. It's a little bit thicker at 8.8 mm and a wee bit heavier at 233 grams. Has a glass front made of ceramic shield 2, aluminum alloy frame, aluminum alloy back, glass back with ceramic shield, a nano SIM plus eSIM, which is the international variant. Then you have the eSIM plus eSIM, which is only for the US. Then you have the nano SIM plus nano SIM, which is the Chinese variant. Let's not forget it's IP68 dust and water resistant, immersible up to 6 meters for 30 minutes. That is way deeper than the Pixel 10 Pro XL. Now for colors, the Pixel has 4: moonstone, jade, porcelain, and obsidian. Obsidian, which I love because it's dark. I love dark colors. And for the iPhone, we have 3: silver, cosmic orange, and deep blue. I'll prefer the deep blue because I just love dark colors. So let's talk display. Now the Pixel 10 Pro XL comes with an LTPO OLED 120Hz HDR10 Plus display, which peaks at 3300 nits of brightness. Now that's going to be bright enough for you to use under heavy sunlight with no problems. Its screen is 6.8 inches and a screen to body ratio of 88.0% and a resolution of 1344 by 2992 and a 20:9 aspect ratio with a pixel density of 486 ppi, which means sharper images on your screen. On the footage side, the iPhone 17 Pro Max has an LTPO Super Retina XDR OLED 120Hz HDR10 Dolby Vision display. Wow, that was too much. 3000 nits of brightness, not as high as the Pixel, but I doubt if you ever see the difference because unless your Pixel peeping. It has a screen size of 6.9 inches, which is a tad bit more than that of the Pixel 10 Pro XL, a 90.7% screen to body ratio, which means it has slimmer bezels than the Pixel, and a 1320 by 2868 resolution, a 19.5:9 aspect ratio, and a pixel density of 460, which is much less than the Pixel, but you will hardly see any difference unless you're Pixel peeping. Now let's talk about the cameras. We all know most people, especially here in Nigeria, buy smartphones because of the cameras. A lot of people are going into content creating and will need a smartphone that can live up to the hype or their needs. Now the Pixel has a 50 megapixel f1.7 25mm wide lens, a sensor size of 1/1.31 inches, and a 48 megapixel f2.8 113mm periscope telephoto lens, and a 48 megapixel f1.7 123 degree ultra wide lens, which can shoot videos from 1080 to 8K. The 8K is shot at 30 frames per second and upscaled through the cloud. It has a 42 megapixel selfie shooter at f2.2 17mm ultra wide lens and can shoot 4K 60. And with all this, you have the Pixel's AI wizardry and computational photography baked right into it. Just like last year's Pixel 9 Pro XL, everything remains the same, but this year it comes with an additional feature like the camera coach, which is AI powered, and the super red zoom, which is also AI powered. AI. Now, on the fruity side, Apple's iPhone 17 Pro Max rear cameras all come with 48 megapixels, a 24mm wide lens, a 100mm periscope telephoto lens, and a 13mm 120-degree ultra-wide lens, which can shoot video of up to 4K. No 8K as some leaks actually said. ProRes RAW, and Apple Log 2, which gives you the room to color grade your content. So, performance and software. The fact that I know that Google is fond of not putting a powerful chip in their smartphones kind of makes me feel meh. But that doesn't stop them from making the experience fun. The Tensor G5, built on TSMC's 3nm process, has a 34% faster CPU, a 60% faster TPU, and puts it in roughly the same league as the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 in CPU performance. It comes with 16GB of RAM as standard, which can run multiple tasks with no problems. A 256GB as base storage as sweet. This can get up to a terabyte of storage if you have the cash. The Google Pixel 10 Pro XL comes with Android 16, also known as Material 3 Expressive, with 7 major Android upgrades, which means for the next 7 years, you won't think about upgrading your phone. That's if most of you are like me. I can use the phone for a very long time. Now, on the Apple side, the iPhone 17 Pro Max comes with the new A19 Pro chip, built on a 3nm process, 12GB and 256GB as your base RAM and storage. While Apple's iPhone 17 Pro Max comes with the iOS 26, which Apple calls Liquid Glass, recently rebranded because they wanted it to follow the year. The Tensor G5 is tuned for AI, live translation, AI voice, and image editing, while the A19 Pro is tuned for brute force and seamless ecosystem. Battery and charging. The Pixel comes with a 5200 mAh battery, a 45 wired charging speed that charges your battery from 0 to 70% in 30 minutes, a 25 watt wireless charge capacity, which also brings about the new Pixel Snap, just like MagSafe, and a Qi 2 reverse wired charging and bypass charging. In the case of the iPhone, it comes in two variants, a 4832 mAh battery for the Nano SIM model and a 5088 mAh battery for the eSIM only model. It has a 40 watt wired charging speed that can charge your phone from 0 to 50% in 20 minutes and a 25 watt wireless charging capacity, which is your MagSafe, and a Qi 2 that charges from 50% really. A Qi 2 that charges from 0 to 50% in 30 minutes at 15 watts for China and a 4.5 watts reverse wired. Let's talk prices. The Pixel usually undercuts the iPhone. While the iPhone is expensive, its resale value plus brand prestige is top notch. Get it? Top notch. Both the Pixel and the iPhone start at around the same price, $1199, which is around 1.7 million naira. So tell me, are you paying for AI power or status? So in conclusion, the Pixel 10 Pro XL is the smartest phone on the market you can get right now, with all the AI features you can get on a smartphone, while the iPhone 17 Pro Max with its upgraded design, cameras, and all the shenanigans and the smoothness of the Apple ecosystem. Which one fits your lifestyle? Drop your pick in the comments and I'll try to feature the best arguments in my next video. Thank you for watching and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.